you.
Hi, mate.
Lovely to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Did you get in here okay this morning?
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, so just before we get started into the session today, just want to have a little bit of check-in and see how your last week's been.
Yeah, look, it wasn't great, like with the TAFE stuff, like with the apprenticeship. I actually failed one of my, it's like a pass-fail thing. I failed one of my tasks I had to do, so I had to do it again, which is pretty bloody annoying because it took me a while to do it. So yeah, well, it wasn't great.
Okay. Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That would be very difficult.
Oh, frustrating.
Because I know how we chatted in our last session, you've come into counselling because you're already not really coping with the TAFE work with the apprenticeship.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I thought it would just be all the practical stuff. Like, I love working with the cars and with the theory stuff, I find it really hard, and I hate it. I just wish I could just work on the cars. I hate all the study and the reading and stuff I've got to do. Yeah.
All right. And as we spoke in the last session, which was your first one, you've come in because you're not coping with the work, and as you said, you just find it really hard to do the learning and the work.
Yeah.
You spoke to me last week describing your childhood and upbringing, the difficulties you had because you helped raise your siblings while Mum battled cancer.
Yeah.
For many years, so you were doing a lot of those duties.
Yeah.
And you also explained during school that the teachers didn't particularly show much interest or care, and didn't show any interest in helping you when you needed it.
No, they just thought I didn't try. I was lazy. It made me feel like shit, really.
I bet it did. Yeah. And so now that you're 21 and you've got this apprenticeship, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you that you've got this work in something you said you love doing, working on the cars. But it's kind of having another impact on you because as you're aware with the apprenticeship, you've got the theory work to do, but it's impacting you because you're really struggling with that.
Yeah, look, I've always struggled with that. Like, I'm really handy with stuff. I can make stuff, I can do stuff, but it's the writing. It was the same at school, you know. I always just found it so hard. I just find that the writing just does my head in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I can understand that would be very overwhelming, stressful. And then has it had any effects on you while you're at the workplace doing the work?
Not really. The guys are all, we get along. I really like being in the shop with the cars and doing stuff, but it's just when I have to go home or go to TAFE and do that part of it, I just wish I didn't have to do that part. And it's only year one, you know, it's 4 years. I'm starting to think, I don't know if I've already failed one unit in my first year. Like, maybe I'm bloody kidding myself. Maybe I can't do it, you know.
That's making you start to question it.
Yeah, it'd be fine if they just let me work on the cars, but just like the other part of it, I just find it really hard. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought I did as well as I could in the last one, but then I didn't even pass. So, and I can't get it or the certificate unless I pass it and things.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So my plan with today's session is I want to have a chat with you further about the learning and why you find it difficult. I think I can help explain some things there and provide some information because I want you to understand, for most people learning, particularly new things, although I know you're pretty good at the practical side of things, but the learning and the study part is is difficult,
Yeah.
and it's natural for it to be difficult. However, I can go in further explanation as to, I think, maybe why it's a little bit more difficult for you.
Okay.
Try and enlighten you a bit more there based on what we were speaking about last week.
Yeah.
And then I just want to touch about, you know, how I can hopefully help you moving forward, and provide a bit of a plan with the counselling side, how that might be able to help you, obviously with you coming in for the issues of struggling with the learning.
Alright.
And we might be able to set up a couple of goals to work towards, which will help you with your course and your ability to do the study work.
That'd be great.
Alright. Okay, so as we spoke last session, you as a young teenager and for most of your childhood there, you had to provide for the care and look after your siblings because mum battled cancer for years. Alright. I understand that must have been really tough.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And you've also explained to me last session that you don't have any male relatives or role models in your life. Is that right?
Yeah, no. Dad's bloody shot through a long time ago, and yeah, I don't have sort of any brothers or uncles or anything. I don't. Yeah, there's no sort of. I mean, some of the guys at work are nice blokes. They seem to like me and like having me around, but no, I don't really. I've never really had any male role models.
Yeah, and so particularly when it comes to the mechanic side of things, but not having father or maybe uncle or stepdad, for example, you've not had someone else able to show you certain things, and you've not had anything to learn from as you were growing up, have you?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And I just wanted to explain a bit of the impact of you being responsible for the household and taking care of your siblings for many years and trying to look after your mum as well. That I imagine took so much of your time and focus that it didn't leave much time for anything else, as you were explaining last week. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't. It wasn't her fault. Like, she did everything she could, but she just didn't. She was too sick to do a lot of the, cooking and shopping and a bit of cleaning up around the place. So I was the eldest, so I kind of did that stuff. But yeah, she did as much as she could,
Yeah. And sounds like you did an amazing job for someone who's not a parent, but you taking care of her and raising the children is very admirable. But I imagine it didn't allow you time to do studies for school or things.
No, I mean, no, I didn't have the time, but also, even before she got sick, I always found school a bit hard. Like, I just didn't. I liked the, woodwork and metalwork and things like that, but we had to sit and write stuff in class. I didn't, even before she got sick, I found that hard, and I just got worse grades afterwards because it just kind of all just went downhill.
Yeah, and you previously said to me as well last session that even when you went to teachers to try and get help with things there, they pretty much just, you perceived that they didn't care. They didn't give you the time and sit down and help show you
a few of them
things.
even told me they thought I was just lazy and I needed to put in more work. I did joke around a bit at school. I liked making people laugh. It was like just what I was good at. I could always make people laugh, so they kind of found me annoying and distracting because I could be a bit of a smart ass, a bit of a joker, but but they just, none of them really bothered to help out at all. No one really cared.
like you to try and realise, from my perspective, it seems like at home certainly there was no one there to help you with your learning, and then at school, in a place where there are teachers there to help you, you felt they didn't provide any help or guidance either.
No.
So now you find yourself trying to study a course for your apprenticeship and you're struggling because you're not sure how to do the learning. Want you to see that it's although it doesn't feel good, certainly, but it's quite natural that you don't have the tools or the know-how to do the study because you've never been shown in your life. You've not been given the support or guidance before. Can you see that?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And in a sense, at school, but particularly at home as well, even though no one's shown you or provided any support, you've had to kind of just try and do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Throughout your life.
Yeah.
Is how it seems. Would that be right?
Yeah. When you put it like that, I didn't really have that. Yeah.
No one's shown you how to learn.
No.
Or, have you been ever shown or given any supporting or where to go to get any help with learning?
No, and I guess I need to. I just don't know how I'm going to pass this tape. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had someone. I just don't know. I really want to be able to do it. Like I've always wanted to work on cars and stuff, but if I can't pass this course, I don't know who to ask though to help me with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something we can talk more about because there is help available, and there's definitely options for you, and I can help you discover those and come up with a plan to help with your learning. All right. But I think it just needs to be stated, and I want to acknowledge for you that how difficult it must be for you. But there's reasons why you're struggling. It's not your inability or that you're not able to do the learning. The fact is you will be able to do the learning, but why it's so difficult for you is because you've not had the guidance and support growing up, and your home environment, particularly where you were a carer, and your time and development was spent looking after your mum and your siblings. The learning you did in those years was actually caring and providing for people and survival, rather than learning how to study and learn more information and develop knowledge. Your focus was on caring for people, and just want you to be able to realise that.
Yeah.
That it's not. I know you don't really think it's your fault or that you're hopeless, but there's proper reasons why you're finding it difficult, and it's because of the challenges and the lack of support that you had whilst growing up, because you had other commitments and that took your learning and development. Can you see that?
I guess so. Like I just figured I was kind of stupid, but I'm sort of starting to learn a bit more about not all my mates had the same things going on at home that I did, and I just thought that they were clever and that's why they were doing better. But I can see what you're saying. None of them were sort of dealing with the stuff I was dealing with, and some of them even had good dads around, which must have been helpful. So I think I kind of know what you're saying. Yeah.
Certainly, if that's the case, they had people in their lives at the time that were available to give them the help if they needed it, whereas you didn't. Mum was sick and you were taking care of the kids. else there to sit down with you and say, okay, well, let's do some homework.
Yeah.
You know, as you said last week. So,
Yeah.
and that's why you'd be finding it difficult now. All right, but to give a positive spin on that, that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to learn and do the work. All right, that's
I don't know how though. I'm already failing. It's bloody year 1.
Yeah, I know, and I know that makes it feel like it's even harder then.
Got 3 more years after this.
Yeah. Yes. However, what we're going to look at doing now is what options do we have, and what changes can we now make to improve that. And you know, your ultimate goal is to complete the course. I know that's you're very passionate and that's what you want. So let's look and have a chat about what we might be able to start doing to give you some help and hopefully give you more confidence and a more positive outlook on the study side of the course.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the number one, am I right to say that the number one issue at the moment, and the reason why indeed you've come to counselling, is because you're struggling and not coping with the TAFE work?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you agree that's the main issue?
Yeah. I've got a pass.
And it's and am I right by saying it's the main issue and problem because you're not coping with work, you're not able to do the learning part of it, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that regard, because we agree that's the main issue, on the flip side of that, are you happy and agree that our main goal, therefore, in counselling is to look at options and choices to help with the learning?
Yeah, if I could have some kind of help, that would be great.
Because I think if we can help with the learning and identify and try and get more assistance and resources with learning, I believe that will then help with completing the study.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel, if I was to say to you now, how would it feel, or how would you see a difference if not all of a sudden, but in the near future, you've got other people involved in your learning that are actually helping you with it?
Yeah, well, I mean, someone did say that TAFE and places have people who can help you with this stuff, but I just don't know who to ask. I don't know. Yeah, like apparently there are places you can go to help you if you haven't had to do study before, but I just don't know. Don't really know who to ask.
Okay. All right. So, particularly apprenticeships, but TAFE in general, do have, I think they're called learning support or student support. So there are people who actually work in the TAFE, specifically the TAFE, that are there to help students in their courses.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I think as a first goal, what I'd like to do some brainstorming with you and come up with like ask you, what do you feel you need now to help you with your course?
Just some kind of. I'm not very good at time management, I guess. I leave it all till the last minute because I keep putting it off because I don't want to do it, and then I rush it and I hand it in and just like to then I just fail. So I guess some kind of help with how to do little bits at a time, like maybe some kind of time management, how to plan my workload, because I just keep delaying it because I don't want to think about it. It stresses me out, and then so I guess if I could learn how to do little bits at a time. Might not seem, or just help me know how to structure things.
Yep. Okay. So actually come up with some kind of set study times
Yeah,
where you can
yeah.
sit with the work.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe that'd help.
I
Do a
think
little
one.
bit.
I think one that would be beneficial for you
Mm.
is we need to try and identify and get some help on board.
Yeah.
All right. So I think what I would like to do is suggest a little goal for you this week is to approach or contact the TAFE and try and find out who the student support is and ask to have a chat with them
Okay.
because their specific role is
What if
to...
they think I'm stupid? Like,
No, they won't. All right.
it's a bit
'Cause they're-
embarrassing.
But they're there for that. They are specifically there to help people who are struggling with their teeth work. I know you understand, and you feel a bit embarrassed. Is it because you're struggling and
Oh,
you
I just
failed?
I don't like asking for help. You know, I just feel like, yeah. But I also I need to pass this thing, and I know I need help. So yeah, okay. So it's just a number I call the TAFE.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine either contacting
Go
the
on their
TAFE
website.
or...
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I know you've been into TAFE because sometimes you've got to go into TAFE
Yeah.
as part of your course, so maybe you might be able to go
Ask someone.
into the office there and ask someone.
I
So
know.
how about we set up that
Okay.
as one of your goals
Okay.
for this week?
I can do that.
So, yeah, you can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when we check in next week, you can ask how you got on with that
Okay.
and so we can see what that looks like
Okay.
and see what options that may give us.
Yeah.
Now, what about, is there anyone else at your workplace? You said the guys there are great and you get along with them. Is there anyone else there that you might be able to speak with and just try and get a little bit of help from?
There's the older bloke who's there, Mick. He's a nice guy. His nephew Jack actually did this course that I'm doing. He's still doing it. He's there. He's way ahead of me now. He's like year 4. So
Okay, yes.
yeah, they both work there. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe I could tell them or I don't know. Ask.
And you get along with them? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean again, it'd be a bit embarrassing talking to Jack, and because he's a pretty cool guy, and like telling you, it's a bit embarrassing telling him I'm struggling, but I guess he's also, he knows what I have to do because he's doing it. He's right at the end now, so
Yeah.
maybe I just need to swallow my pride and just ask.
I know it can be difficult to ask others for help because I know your whole life before you didn't have anyone at home to help you, or you've not been able to ask anyone for help before, and then when you asked teachers in school for help you didn't really get it, so I know that must be difficult.
Yeah.
But I see that could be a goal we could set for you to help, and you happy to make that another little one? And the goal is just to ask, let's say Jack, because he's done the course, so he knows what it's like.
Yeah.
He's done the work.
Yeah.
You get along with him. Maybe that's something. How do you feel about asking him for some help with the course?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely. I might even go to Nick first and just suss it out and just say, do you reckon he'd mind me asking him about it? Nick seems to, he's a great guy, and he might at least kind of help soften it for me and give Jack a heads up maybe first that I might want to talk to him. It just feels less you know, scary than just going straight to Jack.
And at least with that though, he might either be able to help you with some of the course if he wishes, or he would be able to help you learn who can give you help with the course though.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because he's done it and he knows what it's like.
Yeah.
He might have had someone help him, you know. So we're happy to make that another goal as well. Chat with those people at work.
So I'd call Tay and get talk to student support, and then chat to that Matt Nick about Jack helping me maybe. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Well, that's good. We have a little bit of a plan to work from.
Yeah,
and then we see how that goes.
Yeah.
How does that feel now that you've now got a couple of options there to look at to possibly get some help?
Well, I mean, it's a bit daunting, but it's important to me to pass. So I think I realise I can't do this on my own. I need help. So yeah, I think it'd be good to talk to someone and people at work, and they might be able to help me out a bit.
Yeah, and I think, I know with the student support at TAFE, they will be able to help you with your study. All right, that's a very, very good option to go with. That's what they're there for. Right, they're there to help people.
So other people might have failed as well.
Yeah, well, no doubt, but not just failed, but in general might be struggling with the course, or in your case, similar to your case, you know, people from other backgrounds may not have had the best learning environments either, and some people in general they don't know how to do the study. I think it's important to try and help people identify, okay, if you don't know where certain information is, you help to figure out, okay, well, what's it, where do I get information so I can learn more?
Yeah, okay.
They're there for that and can help point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
They can even spend time with you to help you with your studies.
All right.
But can you see moving forward then, if you feel like it's not just you having to do it, but you've got other people involved and you're not alone, how do you think you would feel about taking on the studies then?
It would help, help to have someone to go to, or who knows what it's like, who's done it as well. It would definitely help.
And hopefully it may not feel as hard or difficult if you know, okay, I'm not just having to figure this all out by myself.
Yeah.
You've got other people there.
Yeah.
Can you see that might make you feel better?
Yeah.
And then fast forwarding in a few years' time, if all your studies go well, what would life look like for you, considering all your difficult upbringing, when you get through the course and you're a qualified mechanic?
Oh man, can't wait.
Your life
just to put the books away and be able to actually do the job, you know, like God, it'd be awesome. And just be able to just do the work and full-time, proper wage and stuff would be great.
Would feel good, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
and you would have done that.
Yeah.
You would have gone through the course.
Yeah.
All right. So I think by starting just with these smaller goals now, will help us get to that point later.
Okay.
All right. So a little bit of homework for this week then, before we catch in next week, is what I'd like you to try and do is reach out and try and just make contact with student support.
Okay.
And have a chat with someone at work there.
Yeah.
And just put the hand up
Yeah.
and say, I'm struggling with this, you know, can I please get some help?
Yeah.
And just see how that goes.
Yeah.
When we meet up next week, I'll check in and see how that goes, and then I'll be able to learn more about, okay, yes, you've got help there.
Okay.
I can then structure our counselling around that, and we can set up some other goals then as you get through the course.
Yeah.
As I leaned in last week, we have 8 sessions together. All right, 6 more after today. We've got a couple of goals. I'll check in with those next week.
Okay.
And then I'll structure the actual counselling process. But it'll continue at this stage as 1 hour sessions each week for the next 6 more weeks. In a few weeks' time, we'll just review things and see how they're going, just to make sure things are on track, and see how you're struggling with the course and see how that's going. See if anything else comes up in the meantime and we may need to change some things. But are you happy with that at the moment?
Yeah, I can do it. I can bite the bullet and call up the tape and then chat to these guys and, like you say, make a plan and just.
Yeah, I think it will make you feel more positive and better if you know there's help available, because there actually is help.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to help you identify that and get you to that help.
Yeah.
So that more people are involved. Now, as far as the counselling is concerned, is there anyone else that you would like to be part of this counselling process? Do you feel you need anyone else?
No.
So just you and I involved?
Yeah.
And then if we get the TAFE involved as well with your study, I think that will start to make some good changes in your life with the study.
Hope so, yeah. I think so, yeah.
So we'll meet again next week.
All right, same time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll check in again and see how you get on with those couple of little things.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, thanks,
Matthew. Thank you very much.
No worries.
All right, well, you have a lovely day, and
Catch you next time.
hope your work at week's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.